I think it's fair to say that the Christmas rush has started. Today has been a day of organisation because I know that if in this time of the year I don't take the opportunity when I can to get on top of things, I will just completely fall behind. So this morning I actually went over to Suster & Hicks because I had my final fitting of my new bespoke suit, which I am going to be sharing with you on this channel probably in the next few weeks. I just need to go and get a date in to go and film me collecting the suit and also get an opportunity to sit down and run through the final product. So we'll cover that in another video, but I did that this morning and then the rest of the day has just been crazy busy just trying to get on top of stuff, and I was like, I've not vlogged anything. So I thought I would quickly sit down as we're coming into the evening and talk to you about films. As you know, as my ongoing partnership with Sky Cinema Club, I sit down with you once a month and talk you through some of the new Sky Originals and Sky movies that are available on Sky. And this month, you will not be disappointed. There are 3 films in particular that I want to talk to you about. And yesterday evening, I sat down and I watched Ambulance. So I thought, whilst it's fresh on the mind, let's talk through it. So just to give you a synopsis of Ambulance, it stars Jake Gyllenhaal, and the film is based around a decorated veteran that is trying to obtain money in LA for his wife's medical bills. And so he teams up with his brother being Jake Gyllenhaal, and together they take on a bank robbery which goes terribly wrong, and they find themselves in the back of an ambulance with an EMT worker and an injured cop. And so throughout the movie, they're essentially on the run, trying to keep their hostages alive and trying to get away with the crimes that have been taken. And I won't say anything else, you'll have to watch it to find out, but it is a very good watch. There's a consistent level of intensity throughout. I guess there's an unexpected hero in it as well, which is quite nice. You might see that, you might not, it might just be my perspective of the film. But yeah, it's just jam-packed with action and all of the suspense that you could wish for. So if you want to go and check out Ambulance, make sure you check out the trailer. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Now, the second film that I would strongly suggest going and checking out the trailer for is called Pokerface. It's a Sky original, and it's a film about a group of friends that get together every year, and it's hosted by a tech billionaire played by Russell Crowe. However, this particular night there is a hidden agenda, and let's just say the stakes are high on and off the table. I'm somebody that's actually just starting to play poker a little bit more with my friends. I recently bought myself a poker set, so this film very much fitted into my interests, but it's an action-packed film. I think you're going to really enjoy it. And the third and final film is Aisha. It's another Sky original, and I watched the trailer over on YouTube, and I was like, I want to watch this film. But it doesn't come out until the 17th of November, which means that by the time you're watching this video, it will be out and we can all enjoy it. The storyline is focused around a Nigerian trying to find asylum in Ireland. It's played by Letitia Wright, and it also stars Josh O'Connor, who plays a character called Connor. Fantastic actor. I think that the trailer looked brilliant. I'm definitely going to sit down and watch that. And I think that Lydia would really enjoy this one as well, actually. So if you get the opportunity to watch any films this week, the dark nights are coming in. It's the perfect conditions to settle down in front of your TV, watch a movie and get comfortable. Then make sure you check out the 3 trailers that I've suggested and at least try and squeeze in one of those this month. Let me know if you have watched any of these already or what you think of these 3 films. It's always great to get your feedback to see the kind of things that you guys enjoy as well. So as I mentioned, check out the links in the description box down below, and I look forward to sharing with you next month's Sky Cinema films. Right now, I'm going to go into the kitchen and help Lids do a little bit of food, and then we have a lovely little surprise for Porter coming up. A very special announcement. Today marks Porter's 2nd birthday, and I've picked him up a little birthday tree, and so we're going to go and give him it now. He's wanted something like this for probably the best part of the year. Ever since Barkley arrived, we stopped buying him big cuddly toys. He likes to pleasure himself at moments with these toys, and I feel like I sense his need for one of these again in his life. So I'm going to quickly share this with you now. And this right here is his new birthday boy, and I'm sure he's going to have many memories that are made over the next couple of weeks, and I'm sure he's going to be very excited when he sets his eyes on this. I'm not quite sure how it's going to go down between him and Barkley. Porter can get a little bit protective at times, so let's go and give it to him and wish him a happy birthday. Well, those of you with an eagle eye would have noticed that there is a Christmas tree in the reflection of the video. Tomorrow is the big install for you, right? That is very exciting. We are big Christmas people. We'll talk about it in another video. But this marks the start of the season for us, so looking forward to it. Do you mind if I put the big light on? I know you'd be blinded, but we need to see Portini.
Oh, teeny birthday boy. He's actually been very, very naughty today.
He has been
He's
naughty.
Had too much jelly and ice cream.
He's had no jelly. No ice cream.
Too much jelly and ice cream.
Do you want me to give him this in the box so he can sniff it?
Have you wrapped it?
I'm not wrapping it, babe.
Ali?
No.
He loves unwrapping things. You should have wrapped it, shouldn't he, Porty? What did he? Oh, I called you Porty. You're Barkley. You're Barkley. Oh.
I'll put it in the box because then he can. It's just a little bit of a different way of opening a present.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Portolini. Barkley, sing it too.
Happy birthday
to you. Barkley, no, it's not your day. Your day is in a couple of weeks.
What's in there?
Barkley, come on. It's your day in a couple of weeks. What have you got, Porty? What did I give you?
Look at his tail going.
Daddy, get the towel, come get me. Little snooze.
Want me to help him or not?
I think you can't get it out of the box, so maybe just open the bag. My goodness me. Oh, Porty.
He's gonna be so happy with his new toy. Yes.
Goodness, proud as sponge. Proud as sponge. Oh no, Barkley's gonna come and take it off him. Barkley.
Happy birthday, Porty.
Happy birthday, Porty. I'm so sorry that you have a brother that takes all your toys.
Well, just what we'll do is we'll grab some food and distract Barkley. Do some food? Food? Yeah, that distracts you, doesn't it?
Barkley will give up anything for food.
Yes. He's like, but hang on a minute.
Yeah. Do I want the toy or do I want the food?
He's on the
Porty's like, no, my toy.
He's telling him, isn't he?
Yeah. He loves like gumming it.
Yeah, look.
Ferocious doggy.
Little rag around.
Your present in a couple of weeks.
Honestly, I think he's wanted a toy like this for so long.
Yeah, the thing is that we end up buying him one a week though. That's the problem.
If anybody's got any recommendations for robust versions of this kind of dog toy,
Yeah. Oh, and then we got the other
I'd love to
little
know.
lady who's still limping, by the way. So I think we're going to have to take her back.
is she? Okay.
To there.
Limp Biscuit. I'm just about to make my way down to London ahead of an exclusive dinner with Luca Filoni and the Gents Journal. I'm currently wearing one of their cashmere pieces, which they asked me to select ahead of this evening's dinner. So we're possibly going down there to celebrate their Autumn/Winter 22 collection and maybe a focus on the cashmere, which I have to say is incredibly soft. It feels amazing, and it even comes with a cashmere comb. I've never had a cashmere comb before, but I'm so pleased I now have one because those little bobbles are a nightmare to get off. And in the past, I have taken a Stanley blade to my sweaters. So to now have the correct tool for the job makes me very happy. But as always, I am running a little bit late. It's been a very, very manic week and I'm all here for it. But it does mean that I'm often a little bit frantic and all over the place. And don't get me wrong, having a room like this, which is like a mess, really plays in my head. So I think we've spoken about this many times on my channel about a tidy environment really helps me be productive, and at the moment I feel like the house is upside down. If I take you out into the hallway as well, you'll see around here there's just stuff everywhere. But we're finally coming to the end of this wardrobe reno, and I'm gonna be able to get everything back in very, very soon. But anyway, I'm gonna quickly show you my full outfit because this is possibly my favorite outfit so far this season. I'm just all for it. The colors, the tones, the feel of everything. So yeah, we'll quickly run through that in the hallway, and then I'm gonna jump in the car and make my way down for this evening's event. She wants some attention. This means Lumi wants a lap. So quickly, I've gone for my church's boots. These are my lace leather boots. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? I agree. And then I've got my Dries Van Noten herringbone grey trousers on. This is my brand new Purdy pea coat, which is just such a special jacket. It feels amazing, and it fits really nicely as well. And then underneath, as mentioned, I have a Luca Filoni V-neck. So you can see there, it just helps the shirt pop a little bit out the top. And of course, as just said, I'm wearing a shirt underneath to layer up. I've gone for my Cartier Santos. I had an email today about the Rolex, and they're still waiting on the face, which is a part that apparently is in high demand at the moment. And so it's not looking like I'm going to get that watch back anytime soon. I think that we're approaching half a year now they've had that. But anyway, I'm very happy with this evening's outfit. We're going to make our way down now. Oh, you want some attention? I'll give you a couple of minutes of attention, my darling. You can hear her purring. If I miss my train, Lumi, it was all worth it for this purr. Yeah. You want more, Cocola? Do you want more? You want more, okay. You tell me when you've had enough and we'll stop. Is that enough? You want some more? You dribbled on my camera. Good girl. It is very noisy, but across the road is Chugs. That is where we're going to be having this evening's event. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a good one. Well, this is this evening's setup. Looks absolutely stunning in here. So we've actually taken over the whole of the restaurant. So it's going to be quite an intimate evening, but it's looking lovely. Names is arriving.
We love them. Very small. We have a coordinator. Do you know Amy?
I know Amy, yeah. I never met her in person, but I emailed her and all.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And then we have Isabel, who's our fashion, who's our style director.
So basically, what you just
And we have someone who does fashion features. She recently moved to New Zealand, but she's still paid fashion to work.
He's also, as we approach our 10th birthday, been with us as a brand and as a friend for a long time. So as we celebrate our own birthday, it's wonderful to celebrate you too, and everything you've done for Kashmir, for Gentlemen. You've kept us warm, financially and physically. So it's great to have you. And as they say in Torino, salute.
We have a very low and very large sun this evening. It looks absolutely insane. I love this time of year, but I can't believe how warm it still is. 16 degrees and we are in November. It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, we're having an evening dog walk, possibly pushed it a little bit tight to the line because we've got an hour ahead of us and the sun's definitely setting and that'll be gone pretty quickly, but we're very familiar with the route, so we should be absolutely fine. Today we have Aaron at the house, tidying up the gutters and getting rid of all of the leaves that have been falling from the woodland, so it's looking fantastic in the garden. I've also been spending a little bit of time organising the clothes in my wardrobe, just making sure that I'm filing everything as efficiently as possible. Liz and I have also been spending a little bit of time going through the furnishings that are going to go in that room, and I specified a few things that I really would have liked, and Lydia's putting those things together. So one of those is a movable center island essentially, and we're toying with a few different ideas as to how we can achieve this. Obviously I need to have drawers, and I'd love to have a little worktop space in the middle of the room, but I also want to be able to move it around because the room isn't huge, so to have that flexibility would mean that I would get more use from the room. And so essentially it would be nice to have something with like a nice leather bound top on it, and a really beautiful wooden finished set of drawers. So we're just toying around with ideas. Lydia's been coming up with some fantastic ideas, and we can probably approach Andy and see if he wants to have a go at putting something together for us. So that's the centre island. I also really want a valet stand. Tom Chamberlain, who owns The Rake, actually does a series called What's on the Valet Stand, and I really enjoy watching those, and I thought, how practical would it be to have an actual valet stand? I really want to get into a better habit of polishing my shoes. I really love the idea of having something that's more aesthetically pleasing than my current rail system when I'm displaying clothes that I'm going to be wearing for the day. So to have a valet stand in the wardrobe just seemed to make absolute sense, and thanks to Tom I now know that those exist, and they look fantastic. So they're both functional and aesthetically pleasing. The second thing I wanted was a freestanding mirror, and I've talked about this before about the contrast in light. So we found a really beautiful mahogany freestanding mirror that's going to be going in the room. We're still in discussions about the artwork and the rug, but Lydia's put together a really beautiful herringbone rug that's whipped with like a really nice red wine finish. And then we also have, and haven't found yet, the idea to put some armchairs in the corner in a nice deep chocolate Chesterfield style or something like that. We need to be very cautious of the size of these, so that's something that Lydia's going to deal with. She also found this genius side table, which essentially was rotating, so I can have it displayed as like a mini bookcase, and then I can rotate it and I'll have all my fragrances that I'm currently using at the moment stored on that. So the fragrances wouldn't all be on display, the books would, and then as you turn it I've got access. So again, it's something that acts as both an aesthetically pleasing and functional element to the room. So hopefully we'll be able to order that before it sells out, because that looks fantastic as well. And then there are still a couple of other bits that we need to get sorted for the room, but it's just been a morning basically of trying to think of things that we can put into the room that both make it aesthetically pleasing, functional, and then go and find those items online. So I'm really pleased with the progress. Andy's looking to come in the next couple of weeks and fit out the centre column, which should look absolutely spectacular. We've decided to go with a American walnut finish because it contrasted really nicely to the floor. We found that the oak had a similar grain to it than the floor, and it kind of almost looked like we were blending the two together, and that's not what we want. To have something that contrasted nicely was really important, and the American walnut did that for us. So really looking forward to getting that put in, and I think for now that's all there is to really report. I've actually livened up the lights now in the room, so when we get back I'll show you that, and so you can see where we're at the minute. But it's turning out better than I imagined, so I'm very, very happy with the current progress of that room. It's starting to really feel like it's in synergy with the rest of the house, so things are going well. But we're going to enjoy this evening's dog walk and get back this evening, because I think we're just going to have a chilled evening with some cheese and wine. I think Lydia's dad's going to come over, and yeah, we're just going to have a little bit of family time, which will be a lovely way to kickstart the weekend. Happy with that one?
You're naughty.
BTS. A couple of happy sausages. Truffle snuffling. Beautiful little sheepies. Not seen those ones in here before. Well, the sun's setting. We're on the home stretch, so we're going to probably be walking in the dark through the woods. However, we'll get most of the countryside aspects of the walk out the way. Well, Lydia's dad's just arrived for an evening of backgammon, wine and cheese, and also I've picked up some ingredients to do some s'mores as well. So it was such a lovely day today. I thought we could actually sit outside with a fire. But before I go down, I thought I would share with you the wardrobe. So as you can see, we now have the wall lights up and running, and we do still have light inside the cupboards, which is fantastic. I also have the mirrors on the back of the wardrobe still, so that's very handy. But yeah, it's starting to feel really nice and cozy in here now, so I'm very happy with how it's coming along. We'll just get all of the furnishings in and the radiator properly plumbed in, and we're looking good. But just to give you a sort of feel for the tones and the textures, this will be going, but this will be staying, so you can see the nice rich browns are working really nicely against the greens. And when we have this whole center section filled with that American walnut, I just think it's going to look absolutely spectacular. So very much looking forward to Lydia getting all of this together. But I am going to head downstairs and enjoy the evening.
I would say that this is actually perfect. I'm not going to lie.
You've nailed it.
Really?
It is.
Oh,
Schmorsy.
Is that your phone on the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I abandoned shit.
I'll grab it. It's all right, I'll get it, Harvey. Okay. You put it.
Yeah.
That's a lot like mine. I think Google has copied the apple.
Oh, wow.
It's a very cold and cozy afternoon here at the household. A couple of very happy sausages. You heating up the tanks? Yes. Very tired after this morning's walk. But I am doing a little bit of work in the lounge today off my phone, so super chilled, and it's lovely to have the fire on, keeping us nice and warm. The weather recently has been a little bit miserable, to say the least, but it's kind of what we were encouraging, because it felt far too warm, didn't it, for far too long. And so I finally feel like we've come into those colder months, and it's time to get dressed for winter. So I'm certainly not complaining. And one thing that is going on, actually, that I haven't really addressed on my channel too much, and I know that I'm now sticking at the end of the video, but my hair, I actually was due to go in for a haircut today, and unfortunately there wasn't a slot available, so I'm going to probably have to wait another week to get in, because my barber is undergoing renovation of his shop, and so getting spaces at the moment is very tricky, because he's often having to close because he hasn't got electrics and so forth. But I am currently growing my hair, and I'm just going to give it a go. I'm going to try and grow out the sides a little bit and just give it a little bit of a different style. But what I've been told is that I need to allow my hair to grow longer before they can work on creating texture and thin out the hair and really give it the shape that we need. There might even be a side parting that goes in, but to do all of those things we need to give it a little bit more time to grow. And so I'm currently going through that slightly awkward patch where it does need a little bit of care, a little bit of cutting, but I just need to hold out for a little bit longer. So I'm not sure how long. It just seems to not be growing very quickly at all, but hopefully it'll speed up soon and I'll be able to go and get my hair styled and just give it a go. My expectations are that I will revert back to having short back and sides, because I have to be honest, I feel like clean and tidy and together when that's my hairstyle. Being a vlogger for a living, you obviously get to see your head from all of the angles, and it was recently I was watching a video back that I was editing, and I was like, it would be quite nice to have hair all the way around my head rather than have those short sides and back, just throughout the winter months, if nothing else, because I do get bored of my hairstyle, but I do feel like my hair is so limiting. I find that most hairstyles that I try don't feel like they work or they suit me, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep on venturing out and trying new little things every now and then, just to see if anything sticks or works, or if my taste change. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and that'll explain why in some of my videos you might think, wow, his hair really needs a cut. It's because it does. The idea essentially is to have this coming back around the sides, and then possibly a side parting, and then this side of my hair will push down, and then we'll create a nice bit of texture in the top. Obviously everybody's hair is very different. My hair is particularly thick, but it also doesn't grow particularly straight. So on the sides of my head, the hair seems to grow and stay quite tight to the side of my head, so I haven't got very straight hair that grows out, which means that it's quite difficult to create that really wispy, light, effortless hair that you sometimes see, particularly on models. They tend to have that kind of hair, and they can do, I think it's called like a pomade, where they have that like really high kind of lift and it's very volumized and stuff. Like, I think I'll struggle to get that because my hair's so like dense and thick, but we're gonna give it a go. We'll see what the barber can do. He just said he needs a little bit more to work with, so that's what's going on with my hair, if anybody was wondering, because I don't really feel like I've covered it much. I just want to wait until I grow it, and then I'll get it cut, and then I'll be like, hey, this is my new hairstyle. It won't look that different, it's just like a very small change, but definitely a different style to what I've been having for the majority of my life. But anyway, I'm gonna head upstairs now and get myself organized for tomorrow. I've got a couple of meetings, a lunch and a dinner and an overnight stay, so I need to go and get my bags packed ready for that. But I thought I would quickly sit down and wrap this video up. So as always, thank you for watching. I look forward to the next few weeks because we are going to be coming into that festive season. I think very soon me and Lids are going to be filming her Vlogmas with the MG's intro, so all of that's going to be kicking off. As you can see, there's touches of festive decor around the house already, so we're slowly working our way into the festivities. The Christmas events have started. Obviously all the Christmas lights in London are up, so it is that time of the season, and I think my next video will probably be the last video before we get into that real Christmassy time. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you next Wednesday, 5 PM. Take care.